To our top story this morning, India and the United States are currently holding the crucial 2+2 ministerial dialogue. The meeting is at Delhi's iconic Hyderabad House. It's between Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and his US counterpart Mark Esper and External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar and his counterpart Mike Pompeo. The big focus, of course, of the high-level meeting, third edition of 2+2 dialogue, is going to be the signing of the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement, or BECA, for Geo-Spatial Cooperation. This is going to be enabling India to access crucial data from US satellites and airborne sensors and surveillance systems. Other focus areas include deepening the security and military ties, strengthening the Quad Forum, and boosting Indo-Pacific cooperation. The two countries are going to also discuss the steps to contain Chinese aggression. Earlier in the morning, both Pompeo and Esper visited National War Memorial and paid floral tributes to India's fallen heroes.
आज के समय में जो चैलेंजेस हम फेस कर रहे हैं, उनकी वजह से हमारी पार्टनरशिप और भी महत्वपूर्ण हो जाती है और हमारे भविष्य को यह निर्धारित करती है। हम दोनों रूल बेस्ड ऑर्डर एवं डेमोक्रेसी में विश्वास रखते हैं। भारत के सबसे प्रमुख और विशिष्ट पार्टनर में से एक के रूप में यूएस का समर्थन और इंगेजमेंट हमारे लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है और हमारी पार्टनरशिप की ताकत आपके स्वास्थ्य में प्रदर्शित हुई है, जिसके लिए हम आपके प्रति आभार व्यक्त करते हैं।
At a time when it's particularly important to uphold the rules-based international order, the ability of India and the United States to work closely in defense and foreign policy has a larger resonance. Together, we can make a real difference when it comes to regional and global challenges, whether it is in respecting territorial integrity, promoting maritime domain awareness, counter-terrorism, or creating prosperity. I am therefore looking forward to our discussions today.
We have a lot to discuss today, from cooperating on defeating the pandemic that originated in Wuhan, to confronting the Chinese Communist Party threats to security and freedom, to promoting peace and stability throughout the region. Together, our two countries are building a better future for our people based on our shared set of values and our cultures, our defense ties, our scientific collaboration, and mutual prosperity. Thank you for your leadership to each of you to build what ought to be a defining partnership of democracies in the 21st century.
This year marks the 15th anniversary of the first U.S.-India defense framework and our third 2+2 ministerial. We have strengthened our defense and security partnership considerably since then, especially over the past year, during which we advanced our regional security, military-to-military, and information sharing cooperation. Our focus now must be on institutionalizing and regularizing our cooperation to meet the challenges of the day and uphold the principles of a free and open Indo-Pacific.
Kamaljeet is now joining us for the very latest on the story. Kamaljeet, if you could walk our viewers through this big pact that we're looking at, the big Modi-Trump pact that we're looking at, what all is on the agenda as the strategic India-US dialogue is on at the moment?
Amongst the defense deals is the BECA deal, which is going to be inked today, which is going to be the most important. And this will actually give India that sort of edge, because we are looking at automated systems of America, real-time system where we will have access to satellite imagery, to maps, to use the topographic and the auto navigation, which will help our drones and missiles have a more targeted attacks, especially in the context of the current scenario where we have two imminent threats. And remember, any talks with America will not be complete without having these threats being talked and discussed about, which is from Pakistan. And remember, America has already given a very harsh statement as far as Pakistan is concerned. They're not happy with the cross-border violation, the ceasefire violations, as well as infiltration. So this has been a major cause of concern for India. But the more important one is the LSE. And remember, Mike Pompeo, soon after the Galwan incident on 15 June, spoke to Jaishankar. So there has been an enhanced cooperation between India and United States, but current impetus is going to be a further boost as far as our defense forces are concerned, Indian Air Force are concerned, and there is a huge trust factor between the oldest democracy
just
and the
so many more
largest
points to talk about. Coming back to you in just a bit. In the meanwhile, let me take this straight across to my colleague Akshita Nandagopal, who's going to be now explaining the significance of this visit first. Over to you, Akshita.
Here's why the 2+2 dialogue with the United States is significant and important for India. For starters, you have two top US leaders, Mike Pompeo and Mark Esper, in India, the timing of which is crucial because it's just days to go for the elections in the United States. This also amplifies ties between India and the United States. Also, in a sense, is damage control after that remark by Donald Trump in the final presidential debate, where he said that India's air is filthy. Now, the biggest headline from this dialogue is that the long-standing pact of BECA for geospatial cooperation will finally be sealed. It will be inked. Now, these particular talks also affirms India's strategic value in the world and how United States values this partnership with India.
Kamaljeet is still with us with all the very latest. Kamaljeet, the other big focus is, of course, going to be on how India and US strategically come together to contain the aggressive policies of China. And that's going to be a big one for India in the light of what is happening at the line of actual control.
Absolutely, and Indian Prime Minister has already called China expansionist, and we've seen that, especially keeping the LAC situation alive, the sort of incident that happened in Galwan and spreading over to the other areas in eastern Ladakh has been much cause of concern. But America has also voiced their concern. Remember, right from pitching in between talks between India and China to ensuring and hitting out at China, whether it's related to Taiwan or the Southeast Asia. United States has consistently hit out at China, whether it's to do with Wuhan virus or whether it is to do with the sort of expansionist policies of China. And coming closer, and as Geeta was mentioning it, India is extremely important to United States. If US is important to us, so is India. We are strategically located. We also counter China. The other part is obviously about the great strategic partnership that United States and India has. And since the past decade, and we've been speaking since 2611, India and United States have moved strength to strength, whether it's intelligence sharing, whether it's cooperation on internal security, other aspects, even in certain cases, we know that as far as internal security is concerned, FBI has been helping us, whether it's about sharing of threats or intelligence. So clearly, there has been a trust factor between the two, and it's only grown strength to strength. Now, remember, there's this all-crucial elections in United States a week before that. This is the key important visit by Mark Esper as well as Mike Pompeo, and both Esper as well as Mike Pompeo putting strategic impetus to this entire BECA deal is something which India look forward to. And remember, it's going to be a shot in the arm for the Indian Air Force. We have Rafale, now we have BECA, which will ensure that our missiles and our drones are used more effectively in strategic locations.
All right, Kamaljeet, thanks for getting us up to speed with the very latest. Kamaljeet Sandhu joining us on that big story that we're tracking that's defining the news agenda, the India-US strategic talks that are underway. We'll keep going back to her for more.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.